Hi lovelies, you're welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing one of my go-to breakfast. This is my oat and nut mix. It is simple, it is filling, and it's something you can prep once and you can enjoy it for days. It is actually good and I love how it tastes. If you're someone that struggles with what to eat in the morning, or you just want something warm and comforting but something that is still healthy, this is one recipe you should save and try. You know why I like this? It's just because it's flexible. You can adjust it based on what you have at home and it still comes out really good every single time. So let's get right into it. First thing you want to do is to place a pan on a medium heat. You don't need any oil for this. It's just all about dry roasting. You need to dry roast your nuts and everything that you're going to be using for this. I'm going to be starting with my nuts. So today I'm using cashew, nuts and walnuts. You can also add almond or pecan. You can add the nuts of your choice. But these two, they are my base for today. Add your cashew nuts into the pan and just let them toast gently. You need to keep stirring it so that they don't burn. And then you will start to notice that there's a slight change in color and a nice nutty smell. Once you start noticing that, that's how you know that you're roasting it well. Now going with your walnuts. The walnut toast is a bit faster, so you need to keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. At this stage, your kitchen will already start smelling amazing, like so nutty. Now take your time with this step. You don't need to rush it. Low to medium heat is the key so that everything can toast evenly and it doesn't burn. Once your nuts are lightly roasted, the next thing you want to add is your rolled oat. Go on to pour in your rolled oats and mix everything together. Make sure the oats are well combined with the nuts and then keep stirring. You can even decide to salt this mix at this point, but if you don't like salt, you can skip that part as well. Now, as the oats heats up, they will start to dry out slightly and take on a light golden color. This step adds so much flavor, so you don't need to skip it. Just do that gently and keep stirring it. Now it's time to add the seeds. I'm going to be adding some flax seed and chia seed. Flax seeds, they are so great for the digestion, and then the chia seed, they help with that nice thick texture when you cook it later. So they're not just healthy, they actually improve the consistency of your oat. So it is so good to add both seeds. I love them. Now add them in and mix everything together. You need to mix it really well. At this point, you want to keep stirring continuously. The seeds are small, so they can burn quickly if you leave them unattended. So keep stirring it. I also like to add desiccated coconuts. This is optional, but it helps to build the flavor more. What you're looking for is just that light, even browning across everything. Once you start noticing that color, you don't want it to be too dark, okay? Just a gentle toast. And once everything is nicely toasted, you need to take it off the heat. You don't want to keep cooking it, so take it off the heat and allow this to cool completely. This step is important because if you go on to blend it while it's still hot, it will come out so clumpy. So you want it to cool. Just once you're done here, leave this. You can even leave the kitchen and just allow it to cool completely. Come back in an hour later when you know that it is very cool. You don't want it to blend this when it is hot, okay? And while it's cooling, this is a good time to talk about the storage. This mix, it stores really well. So once it's cooled and you've gone to blend it, you can even keep this in an airtight jar for like a couple of weeks. You can leave that on the kitchen counter, or you can even leave it in your pantry. It stays so well. Okay, at this time, your oat nut mix should have cooled properly. So the next thing you want to do is to transfer it into your food processor. You don't want to overblend this, okay? Just use the pulse function and use that for a few times. What you're aiming for is a rough texture. not something powder or smooth. You still want to see small chunks of nuts here and there in it. The texture is what gives it that really nice bite when you cook it, so you don't want it to be too smooth. Now, once you're happy with the texture, transfer it into an airtight container, and just like that, your oats and nuts mix is ready. Label that and keep that. Store it in your pantry or on your worktop. It stays really well, provided it is in an airtight container. Now let me show you how to make it into a meal. Go on to take a small saucepan, add about 2 or 4 tablespoons of your mix with some water. It might not look like much, but trust me, this expands. Once you start cooking it, it will start expanding. You can decide to even cook this with some milk, but I'm going to be using water today. You can use any type of your milk, dairy milk, almond milk, oat milk, whatever works for you. If you prefer, just like me, you can also cook it with water and then you can add the milk later. It really tastes so good. Now place it on a medium heat and start cooking it, but remember to keep stirring so that it doesn't burn. As it cooks, you will notice that it's beginning to thicken because that chia seed, it thickens so well. So that's why you don't need to add so much of this. 2 to 4 spoons is enough depending on the quantity you want to do and how many persons are going to be eating it. So that's the oats and chia seed that is doing their thing. They expand so well. Now, so keep stirring it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. This usually just takes about, say, 5 or 6 minutes. Just a few minutes. It doesn't even need to, you don't need to cook it for a long time. If it gets too thick, you can always add a little bit of milk or add a little bit of water to loosen it up. Now, it's also time for you to customize it. If you like it sweet, you can add some sugar, you can add a little bit of honey while it's still cooking, or you can just leave it plain and add your toppings later. Once it reaches your preferred consistency, take it off the heat, pour that into a bowl, and now this is the fun part. You can decide to do the toppings of your choice. I like to add a little extra milk on top just to loosen it slightly, and then a drizzle of honey for that sweetness. You can even add fresh fruits like banana, strawberries, blueberries. You can even add peanut butter. But you can even add anything you want at this point. This is where you make it your own. You can personalize it. You can customize it just the way you enjoy it. And that's it. Your oats and nuts meal is ready. This is warm, it is filling, and it keeps you full for a long time. That's one of the things I love about it. It's not just about breakfast. It is rich and it's so filling. And it's also great for any time of the day. You're not just talking about breakfast. You can have it as a quick lunch, or even when you want something light, maybe a light dinner, or if you want something easy. If you try this recipe, let me know how you like it and what variations or what sort of nuts you would like to mix with it. I always enjoy seeing your comments, and thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't, and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.